Like I'm fixing the country, we're fixing the White House too. It's ridiculous the way this place was taken care of. Nobody, including other presidents, they didn't see it. But I see it because I was very good at real estate, like maybe the best in a lot of ways. And I love construction.
I love construction, he says. President Trump showing us just how true that statement is this morning. He took the press on an impromptu tour of his various White House construction projects, including one that was previously unannounced. It's worth noting the president's schedule initially said he was participating in a policy meeting during that time. Instead, he spent 32 minutes. Yes, 32. We counted. And you are currently watching part of it at double speed with some jumps, so you can get a sense of just how long this went on for, with the president explaining in painstaking detail the changes that he's bringing to the people's house.
Every stone is 2 degrees rounded. This granite has a 1,000,000-year life. It's a very strong stone. We put topsoil, brand new earth on top. It's a tapered pole. Great. I'm very good at flagpoles. The ballroom is so much a military component with the drones and the bomb shelter. It goes down 5 stories. It goes down almost 65 feet. You look at the lettering and you look at the joints. They're like flawless. Those are called shear walls. And they're of the greatest strength concrete. You look how fine that's cut. These are 3 different coins, all different. Like that, and like that. They're going to be flipped.
President of the United States, Mark Caputo, construction foreman.
He loves it. He is the builder-in-chief. But if you wonder why his approval ratings have been slipping even among Republicans, it's that they're constantly reminded that he ran to tackle inflation. Inflation hasn't been tackled. And he's talking about the ballroom and beautiful marble. We wrote a story the other day in Axios about the president's approval rating falling among Republicans in the most recent YouGov poll. It's down, the approval rating, to 79, and it's fallen 12 points. And that seems like a lot. But the real movement is when you look at the internals, those who had a very strong approval of him, they've ticked down 20 points. So the thrill is gone for Republicans. They're increasingly like, ugh. And stuff like this is part of the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the polling among, now this is all Americans, that's an interesting stat from among Republicans, but 58% of Americans feel dissatisfied / angry about Donald Trump's construction projects. Only 17% are satisfied / happy with them. Governor, what is the president hoping to accomplish? I mean, 32 minutes, and Kate, I would like you to weigh in on this as well. 32 minutes in a presidential day is an enormously long amount of time. I mean, it's like, maybe it doesn't feel like, I mean, you can easily waste 32 minutes, on Instagram like the rest of us, but he's running the country.
Right. What he hopes to achieve is immorality. I'm serious. I look at that and it's frightening in that none of us are wild about dying, but I think he's preoccupied with it. Because whether it's the Triumphant Arch, whether it's renaming the Peace Center, whether it's the ballroom, you just go down the list, name on Kennedy Center. I mean, it's endless in wanting to put a mark that I was here, that I existed. It ought to be your actions in the governance role that stand out. And these accoutrements, this is sort of Marie Antoinette and let them eat cake kind of moment. I mean, this is scary when the price of gas, inflation, things are really impacting working people's lives, and you're worried about the marble on the helicopter landing pad.
Yeah, and the sheer cost of the things that he is doing, which is not on display as he should.
Yeah, well, there's the 32 minutes of his time internally. When you think about how the president's time is scheduled, it is scheduled within minute increments, and there were decisions made that gave him the time to do this rather than other things. There's the internal impact, but then there's also the external impact. You only get so much voter attention every day. You get, if you're lucky, you get a couple of clips as they're scrolling, or a few minutes on their local broadcast at night on TV. And so, for Trump, who is, I would never argue, is not somebody who knows how to command the attention economy, to use the time to focus on projects that feel very, very divorced from people's lives and very, very divorced from a focus on anything that makes their lives better is just it's if I were a Republican running in the cycle, I mean, I would just be absolutely ripping my hair out because he's not helping them by doing this.
Well, and some Democrats running in competitive seats are jumping for joy because
Certainly.
they see an advantage with this focus on the Mar-a-Lago-fication of Washington D.C. and the White House in particular. I mean, just even anecdotally, you go out in the country just with voters. If you talk about a ballroom, they immediately think about the White House. Like that has broken through in like a unique way. And to the broader point, it's not really about the ballroom. It's about the focus and the energy being put on the ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to Mark's point is Donald Trump doesn't so much see himself as a Marie Antoinette. He sees himself as a Caesar, as Augustus, who famously found Rome brick and left it marble. This is what he's thinking about. Now, I guess I could get more literary and say maybe he's like Ozymandias and think, look upon my works, ye mighty, and, despair. But in the end, I prepared for that. No. But in the end, he is very much thinking about legacy in a variety of ways. He has stamped his legacy on the GOP and altered its DNA for a long period of time.